Building on the importance of safety and compliance, we now move to understanding the broader workings of the elevator industry. Our next session is on understanding the elevator business, awareness of elevator system, products, installation, and service. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Nithin D. Gadkari, a distinguished industry veteran with over 38 years of rich experience in the elevator industry. Mr. Gadkari has served in leadership roles across four of the world's top five elevator companies, including Otis, Kone, ThyssenKrupp, and Schindler. Beginning his career as a planning engineer, he progressed to senior leadership positions in contract control, project management, installation, and regional operations at both regional and national levels. After retiring from active corporate service in October 2020, Mr. Gadkari continues to contribute to the industry as an honorary director at Smash Elevators, a freelance consultant and a certified motivational coach and Toastmaster. Through this session, Mr. Gadkari will share valuable insights into the elevator business landscape, along with practical awareness of elevator systems, products, installation process, and service operation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm round of applause as we invite Mr. Nithin D. Gadkari to the stage. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Say good afternoon. Everybody, can I have a loud noise? From this side? From this side also? Good afternoon. Okay, that's better. So that means Mr. Salian did some exercises for you. Simon, get up. Simon, get up. Simon, get up. And Simon, sit down. Now I know you are probably not feeling sleepy. Correct me if I am wrong. Are you feeling sleepy? You had good lunch? Good lunch? Okay, great. So my name is Nithin Gadkari. You know Nithin Gadkari? Everybody knows who Nithin Gadkari is. I am not that Nithin Gadkari, but I am original Nithin Gadkari. It's just a joke. Sorry? Correct. So he moves the roads and we move vertical solutions. So it's just a joke. I am original Nithin Gadkari. So moving on. Where is that? Slide one. We always show this slide. Do's and don'ts. Be attentive. If you want to speak, raise your hands. You can disturb me anytime in between by raising your hand. We will give you the mic. You can ask question. You can stop me any time during my presentation. I have no problems. Keep your place clean. Once you are leaving this room, if your chair is like what happens when we go for the marriages? Everybody, when we go for the marriages, what you will do is, especially family members, they will turn around all the chairs, and the chairs are finely laid out all the time, and they will turn around all the chairs and leave it as it is while going. Take an example of a kitchen. If kitchen is left like that, will you accept it? No, the ladies member may not accept it. They will tell their husbands, please keep the plates properly in its place so that everything, the place is tidy. So we always show this slide. No crosstalks. When I am taking a training session, you can talk to me. If I want yes, you can talk to him in my presence, I will allow that. Or it has to be a two-way communication, no crosstalks in between. Make notes, mental notes or your mobile notes as far as possible. And then when you go back, after 1 year, you want to go through what has been discussed, what has been trained. You can refer to the notes and of course recollect everything. Because the memory of people is very, very short. Okay. This rule is known to everybody? Good. So my name, as he pointed out, he already has done this. So I am currently director in a company called Elevate IQ Solutions LLP company. Mr. Salian, whom you just spoke to, he is also one of our partner, one of our director. So we are 10 people from elevator background. You see the photograph there, 10 people raising their hands. This photograph was taken on 12th of March 2025. So these 10 veterans, you called us as veterans, correct? Industry veteran. These 10 veterans who have put in almost 40 plus years of service in the industry, in different companies, in different roles, in different leadership roles. So we have come together and we have formed a company. 12th of March we did our registration. Somewhere in June we started operational. And today we are here in front of you giving this lecture. Isn't it amazing to come to this level? And thank you, Mr. Santosh Kumar, for bringing us here all the way from Mumbai to Bangalore for doing a session to this amazing crowd which is sitting here and the amazing facilities which has made available. So, my introduction was given by him. So, what we are doing at Elevate IQ Solutions LLP, these 10 people having different knowledge, very vast knowledge. So when you hold your fingers like this, 10 people, it's only 10. But when you close this finger, it becomes a very powerful mutti, fist. The fist becomes very powerful instead of the loose fingers. So 10 of us got together with a sole intention of giving it back to the industry. What do I mean by that? We have so much of knowledge, so much of experience of our 38, 40 years of association in the industry, and we have seen so many incidences and accidents, and then so many training sessions and evolution of the industry we have seen from beginning. Like today morning I asked a question, this making of PPT. Today it is a question of few minutes, but earlier in our days there was no Canva, nothing, no gamma, beta, theta, nothing was there. We used to struggle preparing the PPTs. So we have come from that age, and so everything we have done ourselves. No usage of Google, no usage of AI, Gemini or Chat GPT or chatbot, nothing. All that is coming in now, which you guys are very fortunate to have it. So this is me, my experience, Otis, Kone, TKE, Schindler. Some hobbies, I am good in swimming. I do some yoga every day for about 45 minutes. Again showing this photograph. Mr. Salian talked about TBTs. Okay. Now these things which you see here in the center is all TBTs which we send all across whoever's email IDs we collect on the way. Now today we have collected a lot of business visiting cards. We have told them that we will send you the TBTs. TBTs means toolbox talks. So we will be circulating these TBTs to people so that awareness of safety increases. The whole intention of we getting together is, one is keeping abreast of the technology, knowing what is happening in the industry, meeting you all wonderful people. Like I met many old people known to me, and other than meeting them, pass on the knowledge which we have learned in our 40 years of working experience, 40 plus 43 now for me. Give it back to the industry. Give it back to youngsters like you. So whatever incidents we narrate, yesterday we were in the school, so whatever incidents we narrate, maybe we can train your trainers for that. And those incidents are like, they have etched in our memory here. Anytime I can recall some incident which has happened with me personally, I have gone, I have assisted somebody who has met with an accident and taken him to the hospital, everything. All these incidents and accidents are here. So if I give you back those incidents and accidents and try to tell you what are the corrective preventive actions you have to take, how you can avoid such type of accidents. And if one person, because of what I talk to him or her, one person behaves in a safest possible way and doesn't get injured throughout his life, Wherever, I am not talking about only while working in elevator industry or any other industry, even at home also. Even at home while cutting vegetable, the hands may get cut. Correct me if I am wrong. Even that should not happen. So one person goes through his entire life without meeting with any accidents or incidents in his life. Our life is made. Our life is made. Thank you so much. Our life is made. Because we don't want people to suffer because of the accidents, because of the incidents. We always say, when I was in Schindler, the tagline was, go back to your family, safe, go back safely home. So I always used to add one line. If you go back as a dead body, you are never called by your name. Correct me if I am wrong. If Nithin Gadkari dies tomorrow in the bus outside, the people will ask, body kab aa raha hai? Correct? When is the body coming? Nobody will say, when is Nithin Gadkari coming back? But when I am hale and hearty and I go home every day back to my family safely, everybody will say, Nithin Gadkari is back home. Correct? Our intention of getting into this company and starting this company is very, very clear. Now, with this experience, we want to do audits, we want to do consultancy, we want to do project handling, we want to do training and certification, everything we want to do, giving it back to the industry, our knowledge. So, Mr. Sailan, you met him some time back. He talked about RCA, beautiful story of tire puncture, which I always love. What was the root cause of tire puncture? A hole in the roof and not the nail in the tire. Immediately we jumped to the conclusion stating that why the tire puncture? Because there was a hole in the, there was a nail on the floor. Nail was gone inside the tire. No, the cause of tire puncture was hole in the roof. So we published this root cause analysis, we published corrective preventive actions for near miss accidents also, and we circulate for the benefit of the elevator industry, entire elevator industry. Having said this, let's get on to topic of elevator. You know who this guy is? Huh? Sorry? Elisha Otis. You know what is this picture? Can a mic be given to somebody? You know what is this picture?
Sir, he is demonstrating a safety gear in front
Exactly.
of people.
Please give him a big round of applause. He is demonstrating a safety gear mechanism. Although it is written here, you have not read this, no?
I am from Otis.
Okay. So, he is not the person who invented elevators. He is the person who invented safety mechanism. And he said, let this platform free fall. He was standing on that platform and nothing happened to him. But that safety gear had jammed. It did not allow the platform to fall down. So basically, elevator systems are critical safety systems because it is carrying human being or goods also. They are governed by codes, standards, everything. So when you select an elevator system, it has to be proper so that your intended use, the life cycle of elevator, everything will be taken care of. And do not allow poor maintenance of elevator. Do not carry out poor maintenance of elevators. So some elevators, different elevators, passenger elevators do what? Carry passengers. Goods and service elevator, they are used mainly for transporting goods. Some elevators are supposed to be carrying the only goods and no man should be able to enter. In fact, there was a requirement that person spoke to you today morning. He had called me about 6 months ago that Mr. Gadkari, we want something to be designed and devised for goods elevator. It was a one-off requirement that if somebody is pushing goods inside, and the human being enters, the elevator should not move. It should not move at all. The reason for that is, it is only goods elevator. So only goods are supposed to go. So you load the goods, you come out and give a call, let those goods go to the next floor, and somebody on the next floor will take out all the goods and he will load, unload everything and go. So no human being allowed inside that lift. So I need to find out what has happened to his requirement. Home elevators, all of you know, home elevators, they are installed in homes, in bungalows. Hospital elevator, these are called as stretcher elevators, which are used in hospital for taking a patient who is on a stretcher, who cannot go on a wheelchair. On a stretcher, the patient will be transported from one floor to another floor, let's say operation theatre or operation theatre to his room. So these are some types of elevators. Maybe I might have missed many other types, but then this is broadly categorized. Broadly categorized: passenger, goods and service, home elevators, and hospital elevators. So what are the technology types in elevators? Machine room, machine room-less. Then you have today elevators with ropes, elevator with rope has been replaced by what? Belt. So rope has been replaced with belts. So you have belt technology, you have machine room technology, you have machine room less technology. More and more people today are going towards machine room less technology, because the developer is able to use the space which is saved on the terrace of constructing a machine room, so that terrace space can be put to proper use. That is the reason more and more machine room less elevators are coming. Hydraulic system, ideal for low rise or at home also, using the fluid pressure or oil pressure and moving people up and down. Now, when there is an elevator, what do you do? How do you select an elevator? So you have to determine what is the capacity and load to be carried. What is the travel time requirement? Do you know, in India especially, or even abroad also, elevator speeds are governed. Let me ask you a question like this. In how many seconds you have to start from groundmost floor to the topmost floor? In how many seconds the lift has to reach from ground to topmost floor? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any idea? Nobody knows? If nobody knows, raise your hands. If nobody knows, raise your hands. Nobody knows, raise your hands. Nobody knows, raise your hands. People who are not raising their hand, they know. If you know, please talk. How many seconds it has to go up? Nobody knows?
Sir, it's according to the number of stops and by the speed.
Ground to top floor, non-stop.
Number of stops is required, sir.
Large sir, रुको ना. Let's.
If it is 4 stops, 1 meter per second, it reach within 10 seconds, sir.
In
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
4 stops, 1 meter per second, from bottom floor to top floor.
To determine speed of the elevator, from groundmost floor to topmost floor, it has to reach in how many seconds?
Yes, sir, it requires meters of rise from the lower cell to higher cell, that is called as a rise, that has been deducted by the speed which was calculated. So the way we can get this.
You are giving me the formula.
Okay.
So the requirement is from groundmost floor, if it is basement 2, basement 1, basement 2, basement 2 is the lowermost floor, and topmost floor, you go non-stop. I am adding a feature, non-stop. If it goes non-stop from lowermost floor to topmost floor, it has to reach in 60 seconds. Flat 1 minute time. How much? 1 minute. Was anybody aware of this? Please raise your hand. Nobody was aware? Good. At least I have passed on some information to you which will be useful for your future. So it is always in 60 seconds or 1 minute time, a lift has to travel from lowermost landing to uppermost landing non-stop. Non-stop, no door opening, no stop in between, nothing. Nobody can give a call to that elevator. That's how it is designed. Number of floors, of course. Now when you want elevator to go non-stop in 60 seconds, you are taking care of number of floors now. So how many floors? If it is 16 floors, then you said 1 meter per second is good enough. If it is 20, 22, 1.5 and so on and on. So number of floor also will determine. Space availability. Elevators are installed inside the shaft. So what is the space available? What is the feet by feet? 1800 by 1800 shaft or 2500 by 2500 shaft? What is the space available? All of you know about the word shaft, correct? So what is the size of the shaft? Depending on that, elevator capacity will be determined. Capacity means number of people, passenger capacity. Do you know one passenger is how many kilos? How many kg? How many kgs? You don't talk. What is this side? One person is how many kilo for elevators?
Sir, for Indian standard it is 68.
Huh?
Indian standard 68 kg.
68 kilos. Thank you, thank you. Big round of applause for you. Very good, very good. Then also, there is a usage pattern which is required to be found out. If it is a residential building, maybe ground plus 6, ground plus 7, in one wing there are 4 flats, one lift is good enough. Now today, all major companies like Otis, Schindler or Kone, they have a tool called as a planning and design tool. If you go to that tool, you have to put what is the number of floor, how many flats per floor, what is the shaft size available, and that tool will give you, shaft size is not required. You have to put only number of floors, what is the travel, and how many flats per floor are there. So if you put in this bare minimum information, the system will tell you that please design 2 elevators of 1 meter per second, 8 passenger. So architects normally use that tool nowadays. Architects who are conversant with elevator system, they use this tool. You can also go to the website as a part of training activity. Show this website, Santosh sir. Show this website, Kone or Otis or Schindler, any other website, and show to the students that this is how calculation is done. And of course, the costing. Everybody talks about the cost of elevator. So, moving on to installation, what should we know? For installation, it's a process of coordination between multiple agencies. One is, how many of you are installation fitters going through installation process? Okay, people sitting this side. Anybody this side, installation? So I am coming down now. Okay. Shaft is what? The space which is available to you for erecting an elevator. Electrical supply, do you need temporary supply for starting of, once you install elevator, you want to start elevator, you have to do the testing and commissioning. Will you do it on temporary power supply? Yes or no? जोर से, हाँ? थोड़ा जोर से. Temporary power supply, you should not start elevator because it might happen the PCBs or anything can go because temporary supply voltage fluctuations will be very high. So you should demand for what? What? Can the mic be given there?
Permanent supply.
Permanent power supply. The mic is there, so talk with the mic, na? Permanent power supply. Very good. Thank you so much. All compliances to be met with. when you are installing an elevator. So first start of elevator installation process is template setting. How many of you have done template setting? Let me address this side. Okay, good, quite a few. So people sitting this side, okay, there are trainers sitting here. So you are aware of template setting. So please, if you are a trainer, you also raise a hand that yes, I am aware of template setting. So template setting is most crucial factor while doing starting of an installation. I know one case for sure. I am not going to name the company. I know for one place sure. One incident in my life has happened. I have seen installation of thousands of elevators in my life. But only one installation elevator, the template was set wrongly. And it was set in such a fashion that there will be no running clearance between the sill and the front wall. You know what is running clearance, no? The distance between sill. Lad sir had explained to you that 35 or 30 millimeter or 25 millimeter, he had displayed it. So there was no running clearance. And when did the installation engineer notice it? After putting car rails and counter rails. Now just imagine, after putting car rail, counter rail, if you come to know that if you install a car, that car is not going to move inside the shaft. It's going to hit, scratch the walls and go up and down because there is no running clearance. All the rails had to be removed and repositioned again. The template was set once again. This is real life incident which has happened. I am telling you, I have seen thousands of elevators installation. Thousands. But one installation which I recollect. I may not recollect other 1,000, other 10,000 or 1 lakh installation, but I will recollect what has gone wrong. So very important is template setting. Very, very important, very crucial importance when you do template setting. So normal installation process, if you go, it goes from planning, material handling, material ordering, template setting, marking, layouts marking, everything. Then installation happens, then you do testing and commissioning and final inspection and go to the handover. So let's break down this process of installation now. What is this? What is this? Huh? Mike. Mike.
Sir, lever drawing.
General arrangement drawing.
GAD, General Arrangement Drawing. This is your Bible. When you go to installation site, this is your Bible. You have to take this. You have to read this thoroughly, properly. You have to read all the dimensions which are mentioned in that drawing. Always, throughout the installation, this GAD has to be referred till end of installation. Okay. So we have this GAD. Now in GAD, there are dimensions mentioned. Will you blindly believe in those dimensions? Blindly? No, correct? So what will you do? You will check. You will check all those dimensions once again and verify that all those dimensions are as per the GAD. If there is a, let's say it is ground plus 9, 10 stop job. So travel height is let's say 30 meters. 3 meters per floor is what GAD is saying. Now in between two floors, at two locations, the floor height is 4 meter and 4 meter instead of 3 meter which is mentioned in GAD. Will you go ahead and order the materials? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Will you go ahead and order the materials?
No, sir.
No, not at all. Because if the travel height in GAD is mentioned as 30 meter and at site actually it is 32 meters, you might end up getting wrong materials which you cannot fit. You'll have length of rail short, length of counter rail short, length of rope short, length of harness short. If let us say instead of sorry, 10 stop, you go to the site and you realize, no, GAD says 10 stop, but actually building is 11 stop. What will you do? You will stop. You will go back to your salesperson and say that I am not going to give a clearance for this material ordering. You need to go back and change the number of stops from 10 to 11. Without that, I will not order. So floor to floor height, there is a variation, stop. Number of stops, there is a variation, stop. If the shaft width and depth, there is a variation, stop. Get this GAD corrected in such a fashion that it meets site dimensions properly. Without that, you will not give clearance to salesperson for material ordering. It can be super urgent. Let it be super urgent. And you are unable to go to the site to do this confirmation of dimension. Don't blindly sign on a piece of a paper, yes, I have checked it, and you can go ahead and order material. If you do it blindly, sign, and you order materials, then what will happen? You will have correct material, good material or wrong material? You will have wrong material. If GAD is 10 stop and actually at site 11 stop, and you sign on that GAD and correction doesn't happen, you give material manufacturing clearance, what will happen? You will get material of 10 stops and not 11 stops. So you'll have one floor short. You'll have rail short, you'll have rope short, you'll have travel harness short, you'll have door short, everything will be short. And then you'll struggle. It has happened when I'm telling you the live cases which we have seen. And that's the reason I'm trying to tell you this right now. So remember this. No material confirmation to be given unless GAD is properly checked and certified. Everything. You have to check hoistway dimension, you have to check floor to floor, you have to see pit depth, you have to see what is overhead, you have to see machine room dimension, you also have to see PWD formality, A-form completion, A-form clearance, site status, you have to see what is in customer scope. Some companies put scaffolding in customer scope, so you have to see that. Clear? Any doubt on this? Am I very clear?
Just explain what is that go and no go. That's a new term for me.
So go and no go is if everything is meeting the GAD, everything as per the GAD which is signed off by the customer, and all these dimensions are checked and they are according to the GAD, then you get a go ahead signal for material manufacturing. If there is something wrong, then it's a no go. Thumbs up is, oh good, great, thank you very much. And this is, you are not doing great, stop. You have to improve. So that no go is stop. You cannot go further with this GAD. You cannot say to salesperson or to your factory, please start manufacturing of the material because everything is okay. Everything is not okay, it's a no go. Clear? Thank you for pointing out.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have a question. Who prepares this GAD?
Now, GAD is prepared when the order is booked based on the information which salesperson collects at the time of order booking. So let's say salesperson is talking to the developer. The developer says, I need 10 stop, my floor to floor is 3 meter per floor, and standard, everything is standard, please go ahead and give me the GAD. In reality, these discussions happen. Sir, everything is standard. Sir, side pe bara rahe na? Yes, everything is correct. Okay. So all this information is fed into the system. So today, all the major companies, main companies, they have software. So you put it in SAP and give a command signal creation of a GAD. Automatic GAD generation, there is a software for standard products in standard companies like Otis, Schindler, Kone, Johnson, wherever, everywhere. So this GAD is created by back office and it is given to installation manager for certification of the site later on. So when, let's say building is 20 stop, the order is finalized when the building has reached 10th slab. All of you understand slab, na? So slab, everything is happening. The building is under construction. So order is finalized when the building is at 10th slab. Salesman checks it, with everything, at least 1 or 2 floor he checks, he says it is okay. Then the building is progressing, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, the slabs are being cast. Now in between, architect says, wow, somebody, a big shot wants to occupy this, and he wants a height of the ceiling very, very high. And he wants a duplex flat. Okay, so he tells builder, please increase from 3 meter to 4 meter. Let's assume that, 3 meter to 4 meter. And builder tells his people, after 11 slab, 12 slab, 13 slab, he says, now increase it to 4 meter per floor in next 2 stops. And then he goes ahead. And he does not inform the salesperson of elevator company. The GAD is ready with 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, up to 16 stop. Now in between 2 stop, it has become 4 meter. Now, he has not informed salesperson, but it is a job of installation person to go to the site together jointly with salesperson and check the site thoroughly. Sorry. So there are people called as site checkers. They will check the site thoroughly. And if any mismatch, they have to report it back. So if you fail to report back that in between 2 floors, the floor to floor height has gone from 3 meter to 4 meter, what will happen? If you fail to report, you will certify this GAD, you will start, give a signal to factory for material manufacturing. Materials will come to site based on 3 meter, and in between there is 4 meter, which you realize once you start installation, then you have a problem, big problem. Everything stops. Everything will stop. You cannot complete that installation. Then you have to order extra material. Then there will be a discussion going on between the sales and developer. He will say, no, you have to pay me extra money. He will say, you did not check, you did not come back. He will say, I did not tell you, or I told you, but you have not acted on it. Everything will go in round and round and round and round. With the result, there will be delay in installation, and what happens to satisfaction of the customer? He is dissatisfied. He is dissatisfied. That's what will happen. Clear?
Done, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. So some of the pre-installation readiness, proper storage room, clean and finished pit also, machine room to be ready, scaffolding and hoistway is finished, safe access to machine room, power and lights in machine room, all those cutouts in machine rooms are proper if it is a machine room elevator. All these are requirements to be fulfilled. So when it comes to storeroom, I have not put it in this slide here. There are 4 key important words. Dry. Storeroom is for keeping the material, correct? Elevator material. So it has to be dry. I have not put it in the slide because I wanted to talk to you on this. It has to be dry. Safe. Dry, safe, lockable. So dry, so repeat, dry, safe. Third is lockable. Lockable. So this side, dry, safe, lockable and weatherproof. So any weather that showroom should be able to withstand. If suddenly today in Bangalore a storm hits, it should not happen that storm water will enter the storeroom and your materials will get spoiled. It should be dry, because if your materials are coming, if the storeroom is not dry, there is a lot of water, there is mud and muck everywhere. Where will you keep the material? So it has to be dry. Safe. A thief should not be able to enter inside and steal the material. So it has to be safe also. So let's repeat. for mainly for installation team who is going to do installation later. 4 key parameters for storeroom. One is dry, safe, lockable. Fourth, weatherproof. Correct. So trainers, please remember this. So the trainers sitting here. So dry, safe, lockable, weatherproof. Those words are purposely we are not put here. Purposely, with a purpose. Because I wanted to, if I put something here, you may read or may not read. But when I drill it down your head, you will remember it forever in future. 4 key things: dry, safe, lockable, weatherproof. Dry, safe, lockable, weatherproof. Dry, safe, lockable, weatherproof. DSLW. DSLW. For trainers, easy to identify. So all these are go no-go documents. If these documents are okay to go ahead, then you can go ahead and order for the material. So you have installation manual, you have GAD diagram. After correction of the GAD, if there is any change in the dimension, go back to your installation sales team, tell him, give me proper GAD again, let it be signed off by the customer. That GAD you should be having. A-form clearance. Your employee should be safety trained, safety certified, and this installation planner, what is this now shown here? This is a bar chart. You know what is bar chart? So it is used for putting your activities in the chart. So when you prepare this bar chart, let's say you prepare bar chart, you are doing rail, you are doing door frame, you are doing car, and then you give customer only one day in your bar chart, one day for doing architraves. You know what is architraves? All of you know what is architraves? Can I have some water, please? Water. Architraves. Architraves is you put the door frames and customer closes the gap which is there on all the 3 sides. He closes the gap with cement, he puts some marble there, and then he closes. So the lobby looks very good. So the lobby looks very good. So you, in your bar chart, you give only one day. And then later on, if there is a delay, you tell customer that you were supposed to do it in one day. You have not done it. You have taken 15 days. The customer will shout back at you, stating, did you ask me how many days I will take? Did you ask me how many days I will take to complete that architrave fixing? How can you put one day? So please ask the customer, sir, how many days you will take for doing architraves, and add those many days in your bar chart, so that you arrive at a proper completion date. Then again, go, no go. If you meet all this, then go ahead, go to the next step. If no, if it is no go, then you stop. Some of the PPs mentioned here. Yeah. You have some doubt? This girl. No. Some of the PPs, first aid box, safety shoes, safety helmet, the plier, and then spirit level, and then tape and everything. All these PPs, helmet, what is the life of a helmet? Any idea? Helmet, crash helmet, 5 years. But tomorrow I drop my helmet from 2nd floor by mistake. I'm there in the lobby of 2nd floor and I'm holding helmet in my hand, and it drops down to ground floor with a bang. Can I still use it for next 5 years? Yes? Replace. Throw it out. Straight throw it out. It cannot be used. If, let us say, somebody bangs something on the helmet, on the helmet head, replace, don't use. Thank you so much. Leave it here. This Hilti machine, drill machine, which is shown here. Will you put two loose wires and put it in the plug and start the machine? Why? Why? Mic किधर है?
Earthing is not there, sir.
Huh?
Earthing is not there.
Not earthing.
Sir,
Will you put two loose wires inside the plug and start with the LT machine?
it want sufficient current supply.
You may get a shock also later on. You may get a shock that it may not run properly, it may not run correctly. It may, somebody goes from the side and he just touches the wire with his leg.
It will come out.
Your work will stop. Because those wires will come out. So you need for LT machine, any time as a safety precaution, it has to be with molded plug. I have in my career confiscated at least 10 machines which did not have molded plug. Because it's a safety rule. Compliance to the safety rule is utmost important. It's a safety rule. Okay, so template setting, you can see their template picture. In training center, there is a template which is put on top, correct? So very crucial. It has to follow the GAD. In fact, a lot of companies now give template drawing. Template drawings are generated along with GAD drawing, template drawings are generated. So look at the template drawing, make templates accordingly. I gave you an incident which there would have been no gap between running car and the front wall because template setting was done wrongly. So you have to do template setting. Template setting has got 6 points. Somebody give a mic to somebody. The person who has not talked so far. Mic kidhar hai? This is template setting. Now, can somebody tell me what are these 6 points? You can see these 6 points, and I think you cannot read what is written here. It's very hazy and vague. Purposely we have put it like that.
Counterweight DBG,
Counterweight DBG.
car cabin DBG,
Yeah.
and
Don't try to read. It's purposely, it is unreadable.
plums,
Yeah, you're putting the plums, you're putting the templates. So what are those 6 points?
counterweight distance,
Counted distance,
car,
carrier distance,
door distance,
door,
distance,
door,
door
or entrance,
door entrance,
or entrance, door entrance, door clear opening. It is called as clear opening, car DBG, counted DBG. Okay, these 6 points are mainly important for your installation. If this template goes like this, your installation will go wrong. And then you have to check something like as a plumb chart. All of you have done plumb chart? Anybody aware plumb chart? Plumb chart. Yes or no? So I don't see yes or I don't see no also. People are like this, like this, like this. So whether it is yes or no, I don't come to know. So plumb chart is a chart. Once you drop the plums, you take the readings of the shaft on all the sides at frequent intervals to ascertain what will it come out? One is whether your plumb template is done correctly, plums are dropped correctly. The other is whether the shaft is straight or it is out of plumb like this or like this. You will come to know. If it is out of plumb, it is very difficult to do installation. One order we took, 5-passenger job, in a shopping center which was meant only for perfume in Mumbai. After setting plums, we realized we cannot fit elevator in that shaft. Cannot. The standard material cannot be used. We faced the customer, met the customer. He said, "Nahi, do something, you must install this elevator." We said, "Nothing doing. We cannot do because the plumb chart readings which are taken by us will not allow us to fit this elevator inside. There is no way we can put it." He thanked us and said, "What happens to my money now?" We said, "We will give it back to you." Because only with the plumb chart reading we came to know there was no materials ordered, nothing was ordered, only advance was taken. Materials were not at site. Now supposing we had not checked it properly, correctly, thoroughly before materials arrival at site or after materials arrival at site, if we had checked it and found that we cannot use this material, that material would have gone west. So the customer said, "Thank you very much. You at least have courtesy to come and tell us that, sir, sorry, we cannot install lift inside this shop because of plumb readings are not going to allow us. We cannot install." So we returned back his money. And then he went to some non-standard company and got some elevator installed. We don't know. But as a standard company, we took a stand, "Sir, this lift cannot be installed of this size because we have standard products. We don't have non-standard products." I'm giving you these examples after examples. Plumb front, no running clearance. Plumb chart not proper. We had to return the order, return the advance also. So now that everything is done, shaft is okay, GAD it is okay. Now you are getting materials inside. So materials, guide rails, where will you keep? Inside the shaft or outside the shaft? When the truck comes, guide rails should be loaded outside the shaft, nearer to the shaft. All materials will be stored in storeroom. Storeroom, what are those 4 key things? Come on, fast, quick. Storeroom, what are those 4 key things? Safe, dry, lockable, weatherproof. Dry, safe, lockable, weatherproof. Dry, safe, lockable, DSLW. That's the way you should remember. Dry, safe, lockable, weatherproof. Now the storeroom is somewhere near the shaft only. Storeroom should be on the lowermost landing, ground floor, where your truck will come and materials will get delivered. To come to installation time, the location of storeroom is very, very important. Because if your storeroom is on, let's say the shaft is here and storeroom is on the road opposite side, your contractor or you will spend so much of time bringing material from there to here, resulting in delays, resulting in cost implications. So it should be closer to the shaft. So once you have done plumb setting, then you will do guide rails according to the plumb which you have set. Fix rail brackets at mark level. Now in the shaft which I have seen in training center, there is welded bracket. So somebody said we are going to remove those welding and put bolted brackets. So you will put all these barricades. Now this person standing here, this person here, okay, can you see? He is wearing helmet, okay. Helmet should be strapped also. Helmet, you cannot just leave helmet on your head and then work. It has to be chin strapped. He is using lanyard, body harness. He is sitting on scaffolding, okay. This is not a good picture. In between scaffolding, you have to put 2 planks, and those planks should be tied to the bamboo scaffolding. Then instead of standing on a scaffolding like this, like this, I am doing some work. I am showing you, please remember, please watch me properly. Instead of standing on a scaffolding like this and doing work here, doing work there, or doing work here, or picking up material, you will hurt your thighs portion. So if you put a plank in between the scaffolding and stand straight, you will be able to work properly in a safe possible fashion. Okay? So once you do rails, then you have the door frame center line. Your shaft is looking like this earlier, then you put the door frames. Some companies have got the habit of, once you put the door frames, they will put door also. Customer will fill the gap besides the door frame later on and give the shaft back to you. Then you go to machine room. So machine room, you finish machine room completion. If there's a bait plate, do bait plate. If there's RCC pedestal, RCC, or if it is on a bait frame, the bait frames, everything. These are some depicted pictures of machines. So installation of machine, mount traction machine and sheave, check beam level, check vibration pads, do the cable routing properly so that you give supply to machine properly. And then you do car frame, cabin assembly, car assembly. So car assembly, a lot of companies have got different methods. Some companies assemble the car at the groundmost floor. Some companies assemble the car at topmost floor. So you choose whichever company you want to go to. I think Kone does it on top floor, if my memory serves me correctly. Otherwise, rest everybody does it on ground floor. So when you put car frame, countered frame, you are going to put the weights also inside. When you do car frame assembly and the car assembly at the bottommost floor, where will your counterweight be? Where?
Topmost floor.
Topmost floor. So you will be required to take all the pillar weights from bottommost landing near the storeroom to the topmost floor. So pillar weights have to be taken physically, manually. Okay. So these are some key activities. You do counterweight, you do roping. Roping, there are how many types? Broadly, roping type, 1:1 and 2:1. Broadly, you will have 4:1 roping also later on. But broadly it falls into 1:1, 2:1 roping. So you do roping, you do hitching, you put the thimble sockets, everything. And then the picture there which is shown is 2:1 roping. So counted and your car is now hitched together with the rope. Then you are ready for governor roping. So you do governor also. Without doing governor roping, you cannot proceed further with any other activity. So again, hitching of governor, everything is there. Then you are fixing car top accessories. The switches are there, TOCI box is there, car top barricade is there, the junction boxes are there. These pictures may look old. Today you have new material, new pictures. These pictures which are depicting what is what, pictures may be old because today's components are different. So you fit door, you do coupling between car door and the landing door, you have fitted the car panels, you have fitted the landing doors, your roping has been completed. Now you are checking door frames and you are putting the locks, interlocks, you are putting car door operator. So all this sequence of activities you will be doing. Then you will be putting cabin accessories like COP, LOP is outside, false ceiling, the blower will be on the top of the car. If there are two blowers, you will fix both the blowers and not only one blower. The door sensor mechanism, if the door is coming to start closing, you will put a hand inside, the sensor will sense it and door will retract back. Then you will put traveling cables, traveling cable accessories, all the harnesses, you will connect each floor LOP also. So cables are there, you have to check that cable doesn't contact with the running car, the looping is correct. If there is a compensating chain, you will put compensating chain also. 30 meter and above travel height, com chain is required. The designers know this, you should also know this. So you do all this electrical wiring, controller to machine room, all the switches, everything is ready. Sensor, limit switch, encoder, door locks, LOP, COP, all wiring has been completed. Then only you will go for testing and commissioning stage. So in lot of companies, installation engineer does not do this activity. There are different testing and commissioning engineer who come and do this activity. So once you do all these safety checks, there are, at some companies there is a form called as SFT. SFT 1, SFT 2, SFT 3. So all these forms have to be filled up. Otis, you have to fill up SFT 1 form before start of installation. SFT 2 before. SFT 2 form to be filled up before slow speed, and SFT 3 at the time of high speed. So all those safety parameters, each company will have different process. Have to be done. These forms have to be maintained at site. Any safety auditor can come and look at your site readiness, look at your documentation and say, this is a failure, this is a non-compliance. So let's not have any non-compliance at site. All your people will work properly with, all of you will work with helmets, helmet chin strap, body harness. If there is a lifeline, if there is a lanyard, you will be fitted with that lifeline. You are not going to stand on scaffolding like this and work. You will put a plank and then work properly. You will have your toolbox with all proper tools. Okay. Then once your elevator is in fast speed, then you complete all the statutory inspection for license formalities. And then finally, when you do all the documentation which is site related, in the documentation there can be your measurements of site also. Then you do PMT reading. How many of you are aware of PMT reading? Sorry, PMT reading. Huh? PMT, have you heard this word? So PMT reading is done for elevators which are mainly for high rise and mainly for 1.5 meter per second and above. So what does this do? It measures, there is a machine which you keep it on center of the car and run elevator from ground to top floor. It measures what is the speed of the elevator. It measures what are the vibrations in elevator. It measures jerk in between wherever the rail alignment is improper. It does measurement of all this. It does measurement of sound also. What is the sound while traveling inside the car? And then there are parameters. You have to achieve PMT reading within those parameters before you hand it over to service. So PMT, if the awareness is less, please get into it. Okay? Yeah. You're aware, na? Okay. So you have to do PMT readings. So all this you do, collect all the documentation properly, then you can go for handover or acceptance of elevator. You can go to the customer and say, sir, I have fulfilled all your requirements. Now please give me a sign off saying you have accepted elevator for your usage. Here is the license, here is the invoice. Sir, I have done my job, I want my final payment. I always say, Getting final payment is responsibility of installation team. Installation engineer, installation manager, whoever is at the site. So all this what we have gone through. Critical success factor is don't take shortcut, check everything properly. GAD just blindly, don't believe. Your salesperson says, sign karo, chalo, शाम को चाय पीने को जाते उधर sign करो. It might happen. He is a good friend of yours, the salesperson. He will tell you all the time, please sign, sign, sign. Tomorrow I need to take payment. Don't do it. You tell him, we will go to the site tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we will check the site thoroughly and then only I will give you my signature, which is clearance for start of manufacturing. Don't succumb to any pressure from salesperson. This is my installation team sitting here. So I will always say this. If the salesperson was sitting here, I would have spoken something different. Don't succumb to any pressure. Okay. What's the time? 4. Okay. So report any issues, door issue, jerk issue, whatever. So I'll just give one case study. I don't think there's time for more case studies. I'll give one case study. I was handling one 22 stop 6 elevators building project in 2001 or 2002. Now 2001, 2002, 22 stop was very, very high rise for us in Mumbai. Today 22 stop is nothing. Even for Bangalore also has gone 30, 40 stops now. So we are handling this 22 stop. The project head at this was an FMCG company. The project head was retired general manager, deputy general manager of that company, of that FMCG company. And he was told as a part of contracting or maybe help or subcontract basis, he was told to manage this site. Now, every Wednesday there used to be a meeting. Meeting time was 9 o'clock sharp. That DGM of that company used to enter at 8:55 sharp. My place of residence was 30 kilometers away. So morning before the traffic jam catches in Mumbai, I used to leave my house and reach site at 8:30, 8:45. Every week. For the meeting at 8:45 every Wednesday. Now what we used to do, we used to go and sit inside the conference room. Now this DGM used to come at 8:55 sharp always, and he used to see us sitting down there. Oh, you are from, we are from elevator company. Okay, good, you are there. And then other agencies, this meeting was for all the agencies together. Other agencies used to start coming at, somebody will come at 9 o'clock, somebody will come at 9:10, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. Now, this person who is very much particular about the time used to feel, jittery. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Everybody has to come before I start the meeting. And somehow he used to start the meeting at 9:30. After starting the meeting also, people used to enter 9:30, 9:45, 9:55. But when he declared that I am going to start the meeting now, the first point which he used to discuss was with elevator people. Because he always used to say, elevator people, you come on time. That means you will deliver elevator also on time. If you got my point, you are getting it. If you attend meeting on time, that means you may close also your deliverables. What is your deliverables? Completing installation on time and handing over to customer. If you adhere to the timeline of a meeting, that means you might or you may adhere to the timeline of completion of elevator. So what he used to do, he used to take our points quickly, and at 9:45 he used to tell me, Mr. Gadkari, thank you very much, you may go. Other people, you came at 9:55, you wait, I will handle your point at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. because the meeting used to go on for 3 hours, 4 hours. So always, if there is a meeting called between the customer and various agencies, attend the meetings on time. Any meetings, any meeting for that matter, you attend on time. Maybe Bangalore traffic, you might say that, what traffic, how can I reach on time? But you know, if you keep some buffer in your hand, you know you travel every day, you know how much time in that traffic jam is going to take. You travel little early. You start half an hour early, start 1 hour early, so that you reach on time. We do that. We do this in Mumbai. Always. Do I get a commitment? Any meeting which you are going to attend in future, you will always attend on time. Yes? Raise your hands. If it is yes, raise your hand. Any meetings you call, it has to be attended on time. I think I need to rush faster now. So I'll skip this stories. Okay. Any questions on installation part, because I need to handle service part also. Any questions? No questions? Then we move further. Now this is about maintenance. How many of you are going to be in maintenance? Anybody? Maintenance training? So basically installation based people. But it might happen that after you join installation, you might want to do maintenance also. So listen to me what I am talking and remember this. So this guideline is routine maintenance guide. Initial steps, you meet customer. Don't go to service elevator without meeting the customer. First and foremost, golden rule. There are a lot of companies, they don't meet customer, they meet watchman. They meet the security person and take his sign off. You're accepting, you're laughing. Huh? Is it true? Huh? Yes or no? You had a broad smile. So display warning sign that elevator under maintenance. Then you go inside the car, check the safety shoe, check door detector, check door open, check COP button functioning. Check the alarm, check intercom also. Then you are inside the car. So once you give a call of top floor, you observe the ride quality. You observe condition of the equipment. You observe condition of the COP, condition of the carpet, condition of the car panel, or condition of door banging also. And then once you start elevator, you observe the ride quality. If at all there is any jerk in stopping, starting, just observe. Once you observe, you will start making your notes also. So observe your door operation, door lock operation, observe door mechanism. Now you are traveling inside the car here. Then examine the ropes, relay switches. Now you have come out, then you have gone to the car top, then you are checking rope condition, the relay switches, everything you are checking. ARD operation, battery check, then machine room cleaning. I have seen machine rooms in my life with watchman, literally security of the building, that watchman and his wife and his family staying inside the machine room. Okay, I have seen watchman's family staying inside the machine room. Is it allowed? On the door of machine room, we are putting a sticker, unauthorized entry, access restricted. Nobody other than the maintenance person is allowed to go inside the machine room. In my complex, when my committee member wants to come into the machine room, I tell him stop at the door. Don't come inside. Because he may put his hand somewhere and may lead to an accident. So I tell him don't come inside. You stop at the door only. No unauthorized entry. Don't allow anyone to stay there. Then car top cleaning. I have seen car tops full of cobwebs, and then on a logbook it is written that this job has been serviced every month. But car top, there are a lot of cobwebs in one corner. So there is no point in you writing that I have done the servicing if you have not cleaned that cobweb. So when you do a job, do it with a passion. Do it properly, do it thoroughly. Evening you go back home, you feel satisfied that yes, my job is in neat condition. Do you at your home, do you allow cobwebs to go further? You keep cleaning it, right? You keep doing jhadu pocha every day. But at site, we don't want to do. At site also, keep the site in such a clean condition. In fact, new IS codes which are coming now, which are already in place now, effective December, they say that pit has to be clean. There have to be a sticker or poster marked inside that this area is reserved for the technician to do work standing, to do work sitting, to do work lying down. Even on car top also, these areas need to be marked. So if you do a proper cleaning, you will feel good. You will feel good. If our house is in proper condition, we feel good. We sleep every day, night. We put maybe today there are double beds and things like that. But then if there's a gadda and you have to put it on the ground floor, in the morning you get up and it is your first job to fold that gadda, fold a chadar, fold a bed sheets and put it inside the bed neatly, nicely, put it in a corner neatly, nicely. We don't leave house without doing it. So keep same thing at the side. Lubrication, pit cleaning, everything. Brake cleaning, encoder cleaning. Then there are different codes in elevator maintenance, compliance of all those codes. So there are some components which need to be serviced every month, some every 6 months, some every 1 year. So all that is written down in the maintenance manual which is kept at the site. So adhere to those standards, adhere to it and do it also. When you do all this cleaning, everything, your servicing has been completed, your callback is completed, obtain a customer signature. Who is your customer in service? Who is your customer? Watchman? Watchman? Huh? Watchman? When you do servicing of elevator, who is your customer? Watchman? Security guy? No. But many people end up taking watchman signature because they don't want to face the secretary of the building or the project manager at that site or the facility manager, facility team at the site, because you will be asked some questions and you want to avoid those questions and leave the site and go to the next site. So talk to the proper people, don't give it to watchmen. Anything dangerous, report. Report to your next level supervisor and ask him to help you for corrective action. Supervisor will not do any corrective action, you only have to do it. But you have to report. You shouldn't leave that without reporting. You may need some materials, so order materials also. So key takeaways, routine maintenance is important for safety. We heard the presentation of Mr. Lad about inspection and audit, and he was saying, who is responsible for this? Negligence. Don't neglect anything. So when you do routine maintenance, your maintenance has to be in such a fashion that it is safe. It is safe for the user. The doctor or principal, the principal of the school, while reading some paper, he falls down. That should not happen. If you have done routine maintenance properly, it will not happen. Do documentation properly. address the issues promptly, report the issues promptly, and with this, you will increase the lifespan of elevator also. You will increase customers' faith. Customer will say that I like this company and I want to use this company only in my next project. So there is a repeat order. Some types of AMCs, I will not go deep into this, comprehensive, non-comprehensive. So key takeaway from this is safety always first. Choose wisely, do installation properly, do regular maintenance, make users aware. So give value for life, value for money to your customer. So that your this 15 to 20 years can increase. Today morning Mr. Ladd was saying life of elevator is 15-20 years. It can go up. It can be 25 years also, it can be 30 years also. If you maintain it properly, if you are installed properly and if you are maintained properly, life of elevator can go up to 25-30 years also. Any questions? No? Anything on service? Installation we did go into deep. Service I have just rushed through, knowing that people are having background of installation. Any more questions? No? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nithin Gadkari, for that insightful session and enriching session. The depth of experience you share, drawn from your leadership journey across multiple global elevator organizations, has given the audience practical understanding and real-world context that will greatly benefit both professionals and aspiring industry entrants. On behalf of SmartLift and Mobility World and our training partner BSVT, Bharat School of Vertical Transportation, we sincerely thank you for sharing your time, knowledge, and experience with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me when giving Mr. Nithin D. Gadkari a round of applause.